last year. Did a lot of good things. I think he's a decent blocker. He's come along. He's bought into what we've been asking him to do. The effort's been there. And he can help us in running on the pass.
You feel you've caught the team up to your system to be ready for game one?
Yeah, you got to do whatever you can to get ready for game one. But you're never a finished product. You're getting better or worse each day. I don't think I've ever been on a team fully where you wanted to be as a coach, because you're always trying to get better. And I hope we get better every day. I hope we get better throughout the year. And we finish this year better than we started.
Kyle, if in 2 or 3 years, how much further along could this offense be than it is now, or even halfway through this year?
For everybody. Anytime you look at all the people who've been together somewhere for a while, the continuity, playing with the same players. I think football's the main sport out of all of them, where it takes all 11 guys to be successful. It can't just depend on one player, it can't depend on 2 players. It only takes one weak link to mess up a play, and especially when you're running the ball and running a zone scheme, and you got 5 guys moving together with receivers, quarterbacks, fullback, running back. It takes everybody, and the more you can get out there, go through games together, stay healthy, use the same players, you get better and better every year. In our first year in Washington, we didn't run the ball that well. It took a couple years. We had the same group by the 3rd year that we've been playing with for 2 years, and we ended up running the ball over a 2-year span better than they ever did in the history of the organization. So it took some time, but it didn't happen right away.
Kyle, how is Johnny coming along, and has he made enough progress to maybe warrant some plays in this game?
I definitely can't talk about our game plan for this game, but Johnny comes along every day. He comes in, puts his work in. It's been a harder challenge now that we've started the season, and you just don't get as much reps with the ones and stuff. But you got to really take advantage of the scout team reps, even though you're running cards for the other team. Put in their plays in our terminology, and really trying to, even though you're doing a different play, almost all plays there's some relation to them. So, and every special teams period, getting on the side, going through with Dallas footwork and everything, and trying to get the reps that he doesn't get in practice, and he's done a good job of it on his first week.
Can that work though to try to, sort of generically speaking, can that work to try to roll somebody in a game for a few plays here and there?
Yeah, I think it can work. Other people have done it. It's had success, so everything has a chance.
When you talk about that situation, is the tricky part finding when to use that change of pace guy, whether it's in the red zone or every 3rd series, whatever it would be? Is that the tricky part, trying to find when?
It would be my first time. I haven't done that before. I've played with a couple of quarterbacks in one game before, but it hasn't been a planned thing. It's been more because of injury, guys coming in and back out. So that would be a new experience for me too if I have to do that. You get a feel for it as you go. You learn from your experiences. You see what works, and when it doesn't work, you make adjustments and try to do it better the next time.
Is this different than the Wildcat? If you were to do it with Johnny, does it have a different spin on it than what we've seen with the Wildcat?
Well, to me, my understanding of what a Wildcat is a guy who can't play quarterback, who's playing the quarterback position. Johnny's a quarterback, so I look at it as any of our quarterbacks are in. I think it's just because you're in the pistol doesn't mean it's a Wildcat. You can do the pistol with Hoyer, you can do it with anybody. So I think the Wildcat is when a running back is playing the quarterback position, or a guy who can't throw. And both of our quarterbacks can throw. One can run better than the other, so you might do a few more plays with one that you want to do with the other. But you mix it up with everybody and try to make the defense defend everything.
Ben Roethlisberger said yes.
What's it going to take for him to be as productive or more productive now that he's in a new system, yours, and Gordon's not with him for the season?
It depends on the looks. You never know how a defense is going to play you. You try to get the ball to your best players all the time. But when defenses can take a guy out of the game, and you do your best to move guys around and still try to get him the ball, but when a guy is taken out of the game, he's doing a pretty good job there also, because that opens up a lot of stuff for other people. You hope Jordan does well enough that they have to focus on him. You make them stop him. When they do stop him, then we got to have other guys produce.
Kyle, you guys put a lot of emphasis or investment into your running game in the offseason, the guys that you acquired. How confident are you this will work, whether you get contributions for your passing game or not? If the team doesn't pass the ball well or efficiently, can the run game still work?
Yeah, I don't think any run game in the NFL can be successful by itself. You can't just go out and run, pass every play, and I don't think you're going to do well. The key to this league is keeping defenses off balance. And if you're one-dimensional, I don't care how good you are in that dimension, defenses will find a way to stop it. Players are too good, coaches are too good. You have to do everything. You got to keep teams off balance, and you want to come out and run the ball, make them play an 8-man front, and make them stop it. And when they eventually they will stop it. They're going to have more guys than you have in there, and they're going to make some tackles, and that usually opens up in the pass game, and you got to make them pay for it.
Joe Thomas had said that he says a lot of offensive coordinators give lip service to, we want to run the ball, we want to run the ball. He says he thinks you're not that way. Why do you know, what do you think he means by that as far as?
I mean, I think it's because I believe in the run. I've done, that doesn't mean I've ran the ball my whole career. You know, I've had times where we struggled running the ball and we've been better passing. You know, my last year in Houston, you know, we were #1 in throwing the ball, and I think we were 30th in running. You know, we had some injuries and we struggled to run the ball, and we had to do whatever we could to win the game. So I think with the way we run our offense, and my philosophy is we're going to win the game however we can. And I'd like to be able to do it more than one way. And usually it's based off how the defense is playing us. They're going to try to make you stop something. Once they stop it, we're going to go to the other part of our system. And you hope you build an offense that can do everything. When you're only good at one thing, it's going to be a tough game. So you got to get good at everything.
What level of concern do you have the fact that three running backs are rookies who aren't really adept at picking up, never picked up a blitz before in an NFL game? What's your level of concern with that situation that Tate's the only one who's done?
Well, I mean, you know, it always makes you a lot more comfortable when you've seen everybody do it before, but that rarely happens. You know, I've been in the NFL a while, I'm in this situation a lot. You only get so many people on the roster. You only get so many people to practice squad. So you do depend on rookies a lot, and you never know if they can do it, so you put them in that situation. And our guys have been working hard. They've gotten a lot better at that type of stuff, and you really never know until the heat of battle. And you know, you never know if guys are going to stay healthy or not, but when they get out there, you can't sit there as a coach and worry about it and try to punt on first and second down. You got to believe in them, and hopefully you did your part as a coach and put them through it in the week, and you try to give them everything. You try to hope you give them something that they haven't seen in the game, and that they're ready for it. And if they mess up, bring them in on Monday, coach them up, and get them ready for the next week.
What would be the pros and cons of a Johnny package?
Pros and cons?
What would be the pros and cons?
I don't really know. We'll have to see. You know, I mean, he gets out there, he gets to play, and that's a pro. But you know, you never know what it'll do to an offense. You never know how the defense is going to play it. You know, when a play works, it's a pro. When it doesn't, it's negative. So you really don't know till after the game.
Ben Roethlisberger. Might it not detract from what Brian's trying to do in terms of getting into the flow of the game?
I think it could. That's something you'd have to ask him. You know, if I was sitting there calling plays and then all of a sudden someone did it for me for 10 plays, that might be hard for me, mess my flow up a little bit. But you know, it's something you deal with, and you get used to it. Whether you're Johnny, whether you're Brian, it really doesn't matter.
How happy are you with Taylor Gabriel's progression and to be an impact player right away?
I've been really happy with Gabriel. I mean, to come in as a tryout player, and then to be our third receiver right now, he's had a hell of a camp. Did a great job. We knew how fast he was. We knew he was a talented guy. Usually you worry about, you know, young guys coming in, an undrafted guy who really just came here and tried out, that the game might be too big for him. And the thing that I've been most impressed with him, and through the preseason we kept going to him, and he never seemed like the game was too big for him. He caught every ball, got up the field, likes to compete, he's not scared of contact, and he has fun out there.
Kyle, we haven't talked to you since Brian Hoyer was named the starter. Considering the preseason this week leading up to the opener, where's your level of confidence at with him?
I got a lot of confidence in Brian. You know, I've enjoyed working with him. I always was a fan of Brian, you know, when he was at Michigan State and watching him, the games he's played in the league. And now to get with him, to work with him on a day-to-day basis, I've enjoyed it. I think we both learned a lot together. I think he's gotten better throughout this process. I'm excited to see him play on Sunday.
Tony mentioned the rookie running backs behind Ben Tate. Does that mean Ben Tate's going to get the load of the playing time? And that's something it seems like you've been comfortable with. Alfred Morris got a lot of carries.
Yeah, I really have no preconceived idea going into a game how much we're going to play a guy. Ben's our starter, so we plan on giving him the ball. When he comes out, we plan on giving Wes the ball. If Wes is running the ball well, I'm not going to be saying put Ben back in. You go with who's hot. And you know, Ben is our starter, and he's done a good job for us in the preseason. I expect him to do a good job on Sunday. And when he's tired, when he needs a break, we try to keep guys fresh. So we try to rotate him. And Wes gets in there. We expect him to step it up and not miss a beat. And if he runs the ball well, he'll probably get some more.
Will he be the third down back as well for right now?
I'm not sure. I can't really tell you exactly who it'll be.
So Taylor Gabriel is your third receiver. So I think it's got Hawkins and Miles Austin. Has Hawkins split out a lot in Cincinnati, or was he mostly in the slot?
He was always in the slot.
So is this new territory then for him, or?
Probably in terms of what he did in Cincinnati, but we've been moving him all over the place here. He's capable to do both. Usually you need a lot of speed to play outside, and he's got the speed. You got to have the quickness to play inside. He's got the quickness, so comfortable with Hawk wherever we put him.
Thanks, Kyle.